Right, welcome back to Hooner's Garage. It has been a while again. It does seem to go in spates. Like I said, you seem to have these periods where you can get a lot of time in the garage, get a lot done, and other times when you can't. And it's been one of those you can't periods for the moment. Lack of funds and lack of parts, and yeah, life generally getting in the way of where I want to be, which is in here. So today I actually have all 4 horses together for a change. There are 4 motorcycles now. This garage is getting a bit chock-a-block. So today I think we're going to be working on the rat bike a bit more, but I'll show you about that. So stick around, stay tuned, and we'll see what happens. Right, I think you're all familiar with this one, my little baby, and then Rat Fudge, or Fudge Rat I think, there, and the T's that are there, and then here's the other one, of all 4 in one place at the same time. I don't think that's ever actually happened before, but there we go. Yeah, she's been sat in the garden for a while, so she's a bit on the mucky side. She started developing a knocking noise on the engine, and I've got to find out what that is. So this one is going to be, once these 2 are done, this bike will be the next real project to get that sorted out, and I think by that time I should have some idea of what I'm doing, and then I can start tidying this one up a bit. It's got the nice paintwork and everything else, but the frame, as you can see just there, is starting, there's a few patches showing through, so it'd be nice to get that cleaned up and so it matches the paintwork, get the K and N's on it. Yeah, so these 2 first and then this one. But as this one's going to be sat for a while, I'm going to rob some parts off of this one to put on that one, namely the exhaust rear pipes, cans, things that go there, and the clutch slave cylinders. You can see they're prone to go on the FJs, and this one has definitely gone, so I can just fit the other one. It's a straight, should be a straight swap over. So there we go, that's today's little task. Right, so pipes on both sides. That looks, it should clear. Might be a bit tight, I might have to put some more spacers in. I haven't got any rubbers in these at the moment, so they are just bolted to the bike, so there's no movement on it. I think you need to have some rubber in there so it can flex a bit, otherwise it snaps something probably, which will probably end up being more expensive. But there we go, pipes on. Right, so this here is the clutch slave cylinder, and that's what's gone on the other bike. But this is virtually a brand new unit that I put on, because these things are prone to go on FJs, which I'm sure I've mentioned before. So rather than pay for a new one of those, this bike isn't going anywhere for the moment, so I might as well use that on the other bike to get it on the road. Engine bars, I was hoping to take the engine bars off of this bike and fit on the other one, but they won't go, because there's a join here on this frame. This is a 3XW model, and there's a join on the frame there that the bar here bolts into. But on the other bike, the frame, I don't know if you'll see it, this camera's crap, the join's not there. There's no bolt hole there to bolt the crash bar to, so I might have to get a different set of crash bars. Right, so that's the clutch slave cylinder on. I was going to bleed it, but unfortunately this bolt doesn't want to come out, and that's made that perfectly clear that it does not want to come out. And so far all I'm doing is mashing it up, so I'm going to soak it in WD-40, let it sit, and then look at ways to try and get it out, because if I keep going the way I'm going, I'm just going to mash it up and it's going to be a disaster. Well, more than a disaster. So there we go. Exhaust pipes, yep, need to get some rubber grommets or washers to put in the join there, so there's a bit of flexibility, because it's just bolted straight to that thing where the rear footrests were, which I have taken off because this is a single seat and it's job done, so I don't need the rear seat, the rear footrests. I think they look alright. Yeah. considering it's use what you've got. That's what I've got, so I've got to use it. I've got to pop up and see some friends to get the rear section thing welded on and everything else, and then I can paint it, and then we can put the lights in it, and then the number plate and the I'm not going to go with a side mount for the moment, because I'm not, well, I might do, but not at the moment. So there we go. We're not, in reality it's not actually that far off. Sort the headlight out at the front, cover up the electrics, which I've got inner tubes for in there, and we can have this down the MOT station with a new rear tyre. Of course. Sweet. Right, that's it for this episode. Short and sweet, but not really a lot of time, so I wanted to make the most of it. So I didn't film a lot of things that maybe I should have done, but I wanted to get the job done today, and I had limited time to do it in. So there we go. But one stage closer on Fudge Rat to getting her back on the road and ratted up and ready to go. I've got one of those high density foam sleeping mat things back at my place. I've got to get some glue, and then I can have a go at sorting the seat out, seeing if I can get that to go in the typical Dale Boy style. I should be re-watching those videos, Dale, I can tell you that, on how you did your seat, so I can do the same thing. And Johnny Cactus as well, because he's done something similar. Well, he did something very similar. It's pretty much the same, just in a different seat. But I'll be watching those videos again, guys, to get an idea for it. Rear end welded up, put on the back, light, number plate. I think we're good to go, apart from the headlight at the front. Still not sure what I'm doing about that, but I'll figure something out. Anyway, that's enough waffle. Sorry it's been a long time. Hopefully get some more videos up soon. I've got another garage goblin that's due to come out, my other niece Harriet. That should be interesting, because she is a handful. She is quite boisterous, so that's going to be interesting. So yeah, and I still haven't managed to upload and edit the video of Toby where we actually cut the back end off the bike. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do that, to be honest with you, but as soon as I do, it will be uploaded. But sorry, Benjamin, when we cut the back off the bike with Benjamin, there's so many of them. So yeah, anyway, enough waffle from me. Ride safe, take care, and I'll see you on the next episode of Hooney's Garage.